Hello, hello. Oh, it is so good to be back in this space with you all post sabbatical. I know we were here. I ran the moon calls and these beautiful ceremonies, even while I was out for my birthday sabbatical month, because I just love doing these so much. So I'm just feeling really energized and also deeply grateful. Today has been such a potent emotional day. Like I woke up and I was very much like, we are in a new moon in Cancer, let me tell you. And it has just been flowing. So please say hi if you are here. I see Dory's here, I believe, and Mary Fran. Good to see you. And feel free to just share. I'm really I'm really leaning into this format of being live like this and having people be able to chat, but not a bunch of cameras and not people muting and unmuting their microphones. Because as a neurodivergent person and a trauma informed practitioner, like that is much unless you kind of know who's going to be there and you have safety in a group setup. So this way allows me to reach as many of you as I can in a way where you kind of know what to expect. So, just in case this is your first time, hello and welcome. I'm Safrianna Lughna, the Queer Spirit Guide, and I just love to share this space with you. And we always follow a very similar format. So I'm going to start here as we're all landing in this space and just do a little bit of a collective energy update, just observations about what I've noticed happening. And then we'll go into some intention setting, some energy clearing. I will do a guided visualization, and then I will pull some cards for the collective. And that's what we do. Hi, Carrie. So glad you could make it as well. So, oh, how have you all been feeling since the summer solstice? Because for me, it has just been like light upon light, even though we're now going into the darker part of the year, right? We're still in this maximum energy, high summer state right now. And it is so vibrant and just so energizing. And this new moon in Cancer is just flowing out this fresh perspective on emotions and how we can really be with ourselves. And so I'm just so excited to explore these themes tonight and to get into what has really been here on a cosmic level and just a collective level here on our poor little planet right now. There's a lot of big stuff happening right now, and it's breaking our hearts and it's opening us to new levels of like what is possible and what are we going to push to make happen, right? And I see that in the astrological connections that are happening right now. I'm seeing this, on the ground in lives of the people that I care about. This just sense of we need better than what is really happening right now. And I really feel this new moon in Cancer is like, how do we do better? How do we lean into nourishment more? How do we feel these feelings and move through them because they're not working? Yeah, June was a really tough month for me. July has brought a renewed level of energy and commitment to my purpose. Yes, I'm glad to hear that. I'm very much feeling the same way, and thank you, Carrie, for that as well. So, what are you noticing with this energy? Feel free to share. And if you're already noticing like just an intention that's coming up with this energy, this renewed kind of summer energy, feel free to jot that down. Again, all you really need for this is a notebook if you want one and a pen, something to write with, because I am going to just be leading you through the rest and you can do what you need to do. So I always like to say if you want to sketch, dance, move, whatever during this, you are welcome to. But let's talk a little bit more about the energies. So we're moving into the period of the buck moon. And this is like that time of the year where the young deer's antlers are sort of at their maximum potential. And summer is in full swing, vibrant energy, lots of light, as Carrie said, so much energy. And that is like this potency of where we've come so far in this year, with it being that high summertime. And there's all this potential for the harvest that's brimming. We're seeing the life that's possible. But with it being a Cancer new moon, that is actually really calling us to question our home lives and our connection with our familial ties and just like how we're relating to our environment. So when we look at these two together, it's like high energy. What is possible for you in your living situation, in your home environment, in your little family system, whether that's with who you live with or who you spend the most time with? Like, how do you really evaluate this and make it better? That's the energy that's really coming up here. And then the buck full moon that's ahead is in Capricorn. And that's really forward thinking. Like, how am I going to take this energy I'm learning about and what I'm noticing I need and I want in my living situation and I want in my, little family relationships? How do I get that to be a long term thing? How do I move towards success with that? So that's the energy that we're really pulling together here right now. And so I have some questions that kind of came to mind right before I got on, which is where are you totally frazzled right now? And how does that show you what's no longer working? And then from that point of realizing what's no longer working, how do you move towards more simplicity, towards really anchoring into the now and slowing down and reducing the clutter? Okay, so how are we going to move from overwhelmed or chaotic or frazzled towards simplicity and ease and flow and peace? So maybe you have an intention that comes up for you around that you'd like to jot down, or anything else that's on your heart, but feel free to jot that down now. Just what do you want to take from this energy that's here right now? What do you want to move ahead with? And I hear you, Mary Fran, this feeling peaceful despite the political insanity. Yeah, like that's something we really have to, like rebellion right now, right? Is anchoring into ourselves. It's holding the light and the hope and the peace and the vision for something better, right? And that's how we anchor into the peace. We know we are the peace, that we're not going to give into it. So, welcome, Jenna. Yeah, so just writing down an intention. How do you want to harness this new moon? This new moon in Cancer, with feeling the feelings maybe, or, moving towards that optimum living environment. What do you want to bring forward? And there's no right or wrong here. It's just kind of what's alive for you right now. What are you dreaming about? What do you want to see made manifest in your future? That's right here, right now. And you are welcome to share any of this in the chat, of course, and share with me if you're watching the replay as well and you want that shared. But I'm going to move us into some clearing here because, as it's been pointed out, right, there is so much heaviness in the world right now. There's so much division and pain and suffering, and it can be very hard to anchor into our dreams, into our ease and our peace right now. And it can be exceptionally hard to feel our feelings, right? Talk about this Cancer moon and honoring the feelings. It can be really hard to feel these feelings when they're so heavy. So we are going to just gently clear here anything that we can, anything we can sigh out, anything we can just alleviate a little bit right here, right now, so that we can be fully present in this moment, knowing that we are anchoring into love, we are anchoring into peace, we are anchoring into a higher truth for ourselves, that we're not limited, that we get to design the life that is right for us. No matter what else is happening out there in the world, we have this power within us to keep moving in the highest direction of our soul, to keep nourishing our bodies as well as we possibly can, to find peace and ease and pleasure in whatever the circumstances. Hmm. Letting go of creative blocks that might be completely stories made up. Letting go of trying to force it. Letting go of having to overdo self care. I had a sister circle the other day. We were talking about how ritual does not have to be precious. I thought that was so good, right? Ritual gets to be accessible. So our self care practices get to be accessible, whatever that looks like for us in this given moment. And that changes day to day. So letting go of any judgments, any not enoughness, releasing here, anything ready to go, knowing we're only clearing what we're ready to clear. And as we clear it, we thank it. Thank you for the lessons, for the integrations, for helping provide me contrast for what I don't want. Thank you. And letting go of anything that says it has to be overdone, that it's got to be complicated in any way, shape, or form. So, we're going to move into some visualization here. And during this portion of the ceremony, again, you can do whatever you want to do. If you need to move, you need to dance, you need to chant, you need to sing. That's the great part about this format is no one's going to get, you don't have to worry about anyone else. So you get to take this in however you need to. You can journal, your eyes can be opened. We all experience this in different ways. But if you want to sink in to a meditative state, you can receive it like that as well. And I will just be calling through a guided meditation and visualization. There may be light language transmissions. I always like to give that warning because I never quite know when it's going to drop in. But if you hear me speaking in a non English language, that is just me sharing an energy transmission. It is always in the highest love, and it is meant to clear out blockages or activate a new level of being in some way. And you get to receive or not receive as is sovereign to you. So I'm going to invite you to just begin. First, by just blowing out another breath here, just clearing out anything else that might be residual from the clearing. Just letting go of any tension you can in your body at this time, if that is accessible. Yeah. There's so much heaviness in the world right now, and you're probably feeling a lot more of it than you have before. There is this new level that's opening up, and feeling at that level, right? Even if it's 1% or even 0.5% more than you're used to feeling it, I want you to acknowledge that it's there, that you are feeling more. And every bit of more of heaviness is heavy. So just honor where you're at with that right now. But also see if you can let some of this heaviness go. If you have a spiritual team, angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, God, the universe, your higher self, just seeing if you can hand over any of the heaviness to them right here, right now. As you allow yourself to enter into this experience, acknowledging this new moon in Cancer with all her watery flow or her depth of feelings. Just allowing yourself to breathe here, just noticing the body. And then allowing your thinking mind, your consciousness to sink like a stone from the head down into your heart space. Allowing yourself to move into feeling, sensing, loving, opening, dropping into that heart space. And breathing into this heart space with a loving memory or unconditional loving feeling. You might think of a moment with a loved one, an animal companion, a time in nature. I'm picturing the patty pan squash outside has these beautiful orange blossoms, and the bees go in and take little naps in there, and I get to see them all fuzzy and cute. So if you need an image to tune into unconditional love, maybe it's that. But just allowing yourself to open here to unconditional love, the love of the universe, as you allow a portal within the heart to gently open. And this portal opens to a beautiful beach scene with the waves lapping up on perfect shores, seemingly untouched by human hands, no trash, no destruction, just perfect waves, beautiful sand, rocks, grass, a clear sky, allowing yourself to step through in your own way, in your own time, fully into this beautiful beach scene. Taking it in whatever way is right for you. You might see, hear, smell, feel, sense, know. Just receiving this beach and allowing yourself to begin to pick a path, walking along near the water. Maybe your feet are even in the water, but just walking along in a straightish line along the shore. And just feel the presence of Grandmother Moon overhead in her darkened face. But know how she is watching you. Feel how she is there in the presence of the waves. This simple ebb and flow, this push and pull between Grandmother Moon and Mother Earth. Just notice this simple, wonderful relationship between this energy above and your energy below. As you pick your way across the shore, hearing the waves lapping against the beach. And a companion, some form of crab, joins you out of the water. And just notice any details about this crab companion you can. And of course, notice that this guide is completely loving, completely here for you, no matter their personality or how they look. This guide is here for you, so you can let go of any egoic discomfort or fear that you might have around crab. And just take a moment to connect with the majesty of this guardian, this shelled creature, the Cancer crab. Notice any colors, details. And then you're invited, or you have the sense that you're just meant to keep walking along with your new companion, observing the simplicity, walking, the sky, the beach, the sand, the shells, the rocks, the waves. Simplicity, just enjoying all that there is to see, to feel, to hear as you journey along the shore. There is no set destination in everything. Sometimes the most important thing we can do is be with what is, with the simplicity here, with the home within our bodies. Sometimes the most important thing we can do is simply look around, take in what is here and now, and know that we are safe. Nothing bad is happening right here, right now. That we can tune into the simplicity, the pleasure, the joy, walking along the shore. Crab medicine is often misunderstood, sometimes feared, but whatever your relationship with crab, this guardian really wants to give you a message of how you can better bring yourself home, protect yourself in some way, or simply be anchored into your body and your emotions. So as you walk, continuing along the shore, just listen to see if you can receive any messages, images, downloads from crab medicine for how you can bring more simplicity, peace, ease, home in the body into your life. In the silence, whatever messages you need to receive. And just breathing here, whether you received a clear message or not, feeling the protection of the crab shell. This shell reminding you not to allow yourself to get overwhelmed, not to take too much in. At home in the body. Just breathing and allowing here as you walk. Just walking along the shore, receiving crab medicine, this protective shell, so you do not take too much in, anchoring at home in the body, at home in the emotions, this relationship of above and below. Coming home to the body, coming home to the emotions, breathing and walking. Simplicity. And just as it began, it ends. And you find yourself as if in a loop, arriving back at the beginning, finding the portal of the heart, standing near the shore where first you emerged, but now with your crab companion. And just taking a moment to acknowledge the new moon. The new moon encouraging you to step forward into whatever new paths are lighting you up, or to continue down a path that is in need of expansion, is ready to be revived again. There's somebody's dream is being reignited right now. So just acknowledging that. Just whatever the new moon is calling you into, this next adventure, just thanking yourself for that awareness. Thanking crab energy for offering lessons of coming home to the body and to the emotions, of the protective barrier that does not take in too much. And of course, gratitude for yourself, for the ocean, for the earth. And then just releasing this. And in your own time and way, stepping back through the portal of the heart, fully back into the body, maybe wiggling the fingers and toes. And if the eyes are closed, fluttering them open in your own time and way. All right. So now take a moment to jot down anything that you need to write down. I know I have a couple of things. And then I will do a collective card pull. And feel free to share anything in the chat that came up for you. My crab was like purple and black and spiky and hot topicy, but in a really cool, like, still fits in the ocean kind of way. Got some good clearing going over here, friends. My mugwort just kept going and going. I'm sure anyone with their eyes open could see that, unlike me. Message to heal any emotions that don't serve. Beautiful. Thank you, Mary Fran. My beach was along the edges of Lake Adelan in Guatemala. I hope I said that right. And my crab was blue and purple. I was seeing some like really fun, like indigo, purple, violet, blue crabs out here. So, and I'm staying soft and clear for my next adventure. I love that, Carrie. Thank you for sharing. I very much got like, keep coming home to this knowingness that you're stepping into. Like, just keep coming home was the message I was getting for the collective as well, that we're really in this time of um, coming home to truth during a time of such separation and pain. Coming home to the fact that we can all be abundant, that we can all feel what we need to feel, and we can heal what we need to heal, right? That is possible for us. Mary Fran's crab was colorful, mostly red, yellow, and blue. Ooh, a primary color crab. Oh, that would make a very pretty watercolor painting. All right, so we're tuning in tonight with Kyle Gray's Angel Prayers deck. So I'm going to pull those cards. They're coming right out here. Ike says, fun irony here. I had a part of me that was holding expectation that the crab was going to give me some magnificent aha, and the tension there made the message to make ritual accessible was the ultimate reflection. Crab boy was pretty light blue, almost with a transparency like glass. I love that. Yeah, this was really the simplicity really was coming home here. Like, the aha is sometimes literally just being here, right? That's actually a natural number one message. The awe and wonder, the beauty of the moment, the beauty in the blade of grass, right? That is what is accessible to us when we allow ourselves to be nourished by the simplicity and richness of here and now. All right, so messages for the collective on how to keep moving forward with this energy. Again, this post-summer solstice, new moon in Cancer, moving towards a full moon in Capricorn. What are we working with here? And we have inner power. Inner power, and this is the Divine Father. And what I'm really receiving here is this is that time to get structured with ourselves and know that we have the answers within us. It's just time to call on this power within us and set up the masculine divine father structure around us that allows us to flourish and flow in every way that we need to. So, how do we set ourselves up for success, right? This is pulling us towards that Capricorn moon, full moon ahead. How do we set ourselves up for success, and how do we create the structure in our home environments, our living situations that really support us and allow us to thrive? Then we have the miracle of prayer. This is Archangel Sandalphon. And Sandalphon also really, makes me think of music and tuning into sound and messages that we hear or conversations that we're having. How do we share our voice and also listen to the voice of others right now? And the miracle of prayer is, I'm not even talking about praying in a traditional way. The miracle of prayer is when we just allow our hearts to overflow with the joy and love of a better image for ourselves, for the world, for the planet. And now is a time for us to pray in as many different ways as possible, through song, through dance, through art, through meditation, through putting our bare feet on the earth. Prayer is literally in tuning into the moment and then envisioning even better and more love for ourselves and for everyone. So, how do we call that in, right? An invitation to really call in better. And then we have Archangel Raguel and peace and harmony. Oh, if this theme hasn't been chasing me for the last, like, I don't, two, 3 weeks. Um, so he's really, just notice this pure white, yellow, golden, amber light. It is inviting us to remember the purity of peace and harmony that we can anchor into, and that brings me full circle to where we kind of started this ceremony tonight, which was acknowledging how much chaos there seems to be around us right now and how much pain and division. So, how we can be the eye of the storm and anchor into this complete peace and harmony, knowing we are doing our part and we're not always perfect. Doing our part is expanding. It is moving into prayer for better. It is moving through this life, um, fighting only for better, not for better for one person, but better for all, right? And that is where harmony comes in and where we can all truly be at peace. So we are surrounded in this harmonious light. We are offering our prayers up to the heavens, or we are offering our goodwill to humankind or the planet, however this comes home for you. And we are co creating the world around us. And yes, the inner father really is very much like that Emperor card number 4 in the tarot, that we have this leadership within us that we get to tune into. We get to offer our vision and our wishes to the world, and we get to anchor deeply into peace and harmony. So, thank you all so much for joining me for ceremony tonight. And I hope that you can move forward. So, we're moving towards the Capricorn full moon. So as you just take all of this in tonight, go put your feet on the earth tonight if you can, and I'll just leave you with a story. So this solstice had a full moon associated with it, and I wanted to see this full moon so bad because I could feel the power of this last moon, and I wanted to be able to gaze upon it and have the magical moonbeams and all of that. And I went out every night that it was in the full phase, and it just was never visible. And yeah, I could feel. So as the face is now dark, remember you can always feel this energy. Anytime you are aware and choose to tune in, you can tune into your higher self. You can do this inner work. You can experience tremendous things. And I will be back to support you when we move into this, we'll probably celebrate on Monday, the 22nd. It's looking like it for the full moon. So I will hope to see you then. And if this is useful for you and you'd like to offer a donation, you can go to safrianna.com/donate or livinglunas.com/donate and chip in a few dollars if you can or want to. And otherwise, I love and appreciate your energy, and I am so glad to be in community with you. All right, until